Okay, I wanted to quickly focus on a current market because I had a break from trading, but I had to enter some position. So, and I found this. Okay, where's my camera? Okay, over there. And I found this. Okay, I'm not going to be visible on trading view, although toggle camera. Never mind. It's going to be only visible on YouTube. My small avatar of my face. So let's focus. I was scanning markets later yesterday evening because I had to enter some position. This is the rule of my broker that I have to enter one position every 10 days, including weekends. So actually, I shouldn't talk actually that much. So therefore, every week I have to enter some position. Small one or big one, doesn't matter. There has to be some activity. So I was scanning the markets and I saw NASDAQ. I saw other pairs. The other pairs weren't showing me any signs of any kind of entry confirmation. So looking at the NASDAQ on the current time frame, let's look at the 4-hour. So what do we have? We have a move, a stronger impulse down than upwards, and the market was in some sort of consolidation, but this was below 61.8. So there is still a strong pressure going down. Therefore, I decided that I'm gonna short this market. And the reason I decided I'm gonna short NASDAQ was on a 30-minute time frame. As I was looking at NASDAQ like this, then I noticed some similarities where the retracement from 61.8 and below came to 29.2 and reacted from there. And also the RSI is flat. We have higher high, but RSI shows equal high. And the trade wasn't profitable. Right now it's hovering slightly in profit. I hope it's going to just tap my take profit. And the structure of this fib also encourages me to think that the market's weak. We had some flat top and then price fell down below 61.8, reacted to moving averages, again way below down 61.8, and now I hope we're gonna see some kind of movement downwards, like continuation of this consolidative movement. Okay, 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes on one pair. Let's quickly scroll over other pairs. Bitcoin, what is it doing? It's very low. I already mentioned that I don't like to day trade Bitcoin. I'd rather position trading Bitcoin. VIX, what is it? Okay, the volatility is gaining. I wonder what's happening in the world. I haven't studied the news since several days. I even bought myself 5 cans of beer, and I'm gonna enjoy life a little bit more. Okay, Nasdaq, saw that. S&P, it's consolidating. Nasdaq is falling down and trading in other way than S&P. Gold. There is some kind of wedge. It might actually, shouldn't speak so much, actually. It might shoot upwards. Doesn't have to. Is there some kind of fib or setup? No. UK oil. Palladium. Is this palladium or platinum? Palladium. UK oil. GBPUSD. A clearly downtrend. Let's analyze what happened. So I haven't managed to enter short up there, although there was a nice confirmation of 29.2. So this setup was still valid, and it's probably yet valid. But it's very tricky to enter such trade. GJ. I wasn't paying attention to the market ever since, but you can see the price is trending downwards now. We had a bigger fib. It was 61.8, and the price failed to break above, and we traded in the range of 29.2. As the price did that, it fell down. And again, comparing, damn, this shouldn't be that bright. Okay, it's better now. Like comparing this previous top to the previous structure, it wasn't much higher than this, so it was already a sign of weakness. And seeing this retrace, hoping it's going to shoot out, it would be wishful. So I wasn't there, I wasn't entering there. And right now let's flip the chart because the trend has shifted. And to me, it looks like could be some good short actually. If we trade it like a range trade. I think I'm gonna mark this one. On a 2-hour consolidation. GBPUSD. Not that encouraging as GBPJPY. GBP CAD. No reaction. It caused no reaction in my system. Well, intuitive trading. Now, it's hard to learn if your guru is an intuitive trader, and he might think that he can teach you how to trade, but he can only show you and give you a little bit of his passion, share a little bit of his passion, and that's all he can do. But if it's intuitive how he trades, then he cannot teach you how to trade. You always have to teach yourself. Okay, this is a 50 CHF-JPY. The trend has shifted. So expecting this to go higher would be a little bit naive. CAD-JPY, very similar structure to CHF-JPY. A sibling structure, I would say. There are some slight differences. USD-JPY, CAD-JPY, CHF-JPY. Those all are very similar. I remember the trade, okay, on USD-JPY. I took that trade. I was hoping for easy, quick trade on probably 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I was looking at this on 1 hour time frame. That's why I took the long. And when you see this like this, there is a bigger scale retracement, but no signs of indecision in the market. It's still trending downwards. And you have 3 candles. Those candles are bigger than another. But this trend was clear downtrend. Like each step down was powerful. And this also. It wasn't. There was no any sign of reversal. So the price completely disrespected 61.8. And it only started to slow down at 88.6. It was a losing trade. Let's go over something else. 1 hour time frame is tricky. USD CHF in the measurement of a fib. It wasn't a proper measurement. It was a counter trend measurement. Therefore, the rule number 1: follow the trend. You trade with the trend, and the trend is just as this price channel points or shows. it's trending downwards. Moving averages also point toward this. And we have some signs of reversal going on. Those signs can be diminished or demolished by the price action. AUD, USD, USD CAD. The same downtrend. And yet I was trying to measure excuse me. I was trying to measure a fib in a reverse direction. It was 61.8. You know, because of the weakness in this fib and because of the structure of the market, there is another short which is attractive to me. And it's going to be a range trading or support resistance trading. So GBPJPY is red, has a red flag. GBPUSD has none. CHFJPY, it's not good. USDJPY, USD CAD, I think it deserves red flag. Yes, USD CAD looks just like DXY. Oh, so many pairs. Euro USD had more steam to fall downwards than it has to go up. Well, I was trying to call this long. I don't know if I took it. Probably not. I was focusing more on volumes, and as you can see, the volume worked quite good in this scenario. Right now we are again at 61.8 of this bigger fib. And this reversed what? Had only 50. So there's still a chance that we're gonna see this kind of bounce from there. So Euro USD is red. Euro CAD doesn't look good to me. But who knows, maybe it's going to bounce. Euro CHF also not good. Is it the Euro? AUD. AUD CHF. I was trying to predict this. It was wishful trading and hoping that it's going to get to the 88.6, which it didn't. It bounced from 61.8. So this is when we want to like play some patterns that do occur on the chart. There's never guarantee that it's going to act the same, but looking at the next movement, it almost repeated itself. So okay, the video for TradingView ends, and it's going to be continued on YouTube a little bit. Thank you for watching. The video ended with me talking about AUDCHF or AUD CAD probably, or some sort of Euro NZD. I'm sorry, Euro NZD pair. I would have to dig much deeper to find a good trade. If there's nothing as much visible on a 2-hour time frame, then looking on 30-minute is already a sign of forcing the trade. But there is always probability we're gonna find something. Euro NZD. Why did I put a red flag on this? Okay, let's look at that. Where do we have a red flag? Euro USD. Is a setup on a 2-hour time frame or even more, but it doesn't present me with a good entry confirmation, which could mean that it's going to be more like a swing trading. So a swing trading is good, but I do not like to have a bright stop loss. White stop loss, I'm sorry. I might actually consider entering this, but only as a swing trade with not that wide stop loss. Because I do want to have a swing trade, which I'm gonna exit as soon as it gets like more than 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, because that's the rule of the firm that I'm trading with Therefore, if I entered long there, it would have to be like it's 1-to-1, right? 1-to-1 would be that. But it's not going to be a swing trade. Something like that would be a swing trade. 1-to-1 swing trade. Given how big the candles are, like how small they are compared to the range of this stop loss. Well, I'm not entering yet. Like on a 30-minute, it doesn't look very good. On a 30-minute, I don't think we should. We should look at like, as a swing trade at all. On a 30-minute, this should be a scalp. There's a good chance it's going to reverse, but not with that big candle downside. Okay, let's look at USD CAD. Why would I want to? Okay, I remember. I wanted to short it because of the structure, because we haven't broken above that previous structure. But like immediate short-term structure is pointing towards climbing upward. We have reached the point once, and then second time. No, nothing very encouraging to trade. Euro USD, we was there. GBPJPY. GBPJPY, since 22 minutes, we are going in the direction of the short position. But if we trade this like that, I would have to put another fib and aim at 88.6. But it's nothing that I would be proud of trading, because it's more probable that the price is going to stop at 61.8. From there, it's very probable that it's going to stop and reverse. And then we might have a supportive structure for a long. So it's better to not do anything. Okay, but the trade is done. USTEC is luckily falling down. It might actually struggle again in that range of 61.8. And then I'm gonna have to consider to just escape that one at 61.8ish. I would like to enter some extra trades. Perhaps I'm gonna really consider entering GJ. Like look at this divergence there. There is some divergence. The price is having a higher high, like slightly, and the RSI is falling down. I'm entering this on a 30-minute time frame. Previous high 88.6. It has to be. I need to make some trades for my broker. 88.6. Let's do it. 1:7 risk reward ratio. Like 1.17. 1.7 risk reward ratio. Okay. Good. Entered GBPJPY and also USTEC. Hope it's going to work out on a 30-minute time frame. It's very risky trade. It's actually range trading. Nothing safe. But I need to do some activity on my trading account. Okay, other than that, I think we're gonna focus on starting some losing trades. Okay, here I don't know why it is like that. It should be full screen, it isn't. Okay, never mind. This is a USD/JPY short, losing one from my trading history. And we are looking on the MetaTrader right now. The time frame is 1 hour. The trend is down, but wanting to short it over there. Let's check if this had some reason behind it, or was it just stupidity? I was hoping that it's going to be a shallow pullback, just as there was. So I was basically copying the structure. I was looking at the previous structure and I was hoping that we're gonna see the same stuff happening over and over again. But if we did, then we would had a vertical charts, not a horizontal charts. Therefore, like consolidation, like 61.8 is more likely to be expected. But let's look at the candles. A big candle down, bigger than any black candles, but not as big as some biggest white candles. I think I should change the color to the white, like every or to the gray. Is it going to be easier or more difficult? Let's change it. Let's change the color, and then we're gonna bearish candles. Let's change the dark gray. Okay. Okay, we have a dark gray color. I hope it's going to help me focus a little bit more on the price structure. So now as I look at the chart, I see a bigger candle in the downtrend, but obviously there are similar candles upside. It was some short. It was some just as I said at the beginning, it was wishful trading that I'm gonna see a repetition of a pattern. The pattern was a shallow pullback, so hoping that the pullback is going to be shallow. But it wasn't. GBP CAD. Was I talking about GBP CAD? 22. 1.86 short. GBPCAD. I was trying to short this market, hoping it's going to continue the downtrend, but it didn't. And I was shorting it over there. And still, I got stopped out, which is crazy. I'm sorry. Crazy because the price continued falling down and still I got stopped out. It had to be some broker issue. And the USD 14th. USD THF. On the 4th, the 14th, sixth. Oh, it has this. On the 14th, 6th, 2022, and the DUSD. I was trying to short it over there, and I failed. This trade failed. This is a daily time frame. Oh my gosh. No wonder. Damn, this is... Okay. Now it has a little bit more details. NZD-USD. Somewhere around this hour. 13:36. Short. And still got stopped out. On this candle probably I got stopped out. I do tend to move my stop losses to break even. And this is a bad tendency. This was long, USD CHF long, 16/6/2022. I can't see any confirmation for going long there, other than the price stopped for a while, but it continued falling down. And additionally, we can measure a fib, which went to 88.6, below 61.8. and then below 100 even. USD CHF. I just wanted to have a quick look over all my losing positions, so then I'm euro daily. Okay, the minutes. Should I be skipping the part when I search it or not? Probably not, because anyway, only I'm looking at this, and this is also an important process. 14/6/2022, 13 o'clock. Okay, I was already talking about this. I was trying to short there, and it should work, but it didn't. Even if it was a scalp, it should work. The stop loss was probably too tight. Okay, Bitcoin, USD daily. $2022. Yes. Short. I must have been following some trader over there, following advices of some other trader, not thinking for myself. But anyway, it should work out. It didn't. It was a losing position. It was a short, and the price kept falling down. It means that I moved my stop loss, and the take profit was farther away, and I got stopped out. Downtrend, price came to some kind of resting, and then it started to consolidate a little bit. Okay, Bitcoin short. I wasn't shorting this year more Bitcoin, but the next year I was again shorting it. (2023) 12 January 2023. I was shorting in on this big candle. Complete reverse to what I should be doing. Wasn't thinking clearly back then. I was hoping for, like, once you are in a place, like, emotionally, where you regret everything you did, so you tend to fall a victim of a psychological traps. Gonna think that something is going to continue forever. Either it's consolidation, or a long downtrend, or a short bearish market. Crude oil. Let's go to the crude oil. Do we have a crude? Yes, US oil. 1 hour. Again, this is life. We make mistakes, even in backtesting, even in journaling, we make mistakes. We make mistakes all the time. This is the nature of humans. We have to accept our mistakes. I have to accept my mistakes and move forward. And there is never a right time to move forward. It's always going to feel like I need several more months, several more weeks, several more days. And there's going to be excuse at every corner why you should actually go back and not even try again to reach your goals. Crude oil short. First, also January 13 January 2023, 16:30. I was trying to short it there. As I look at this like that, I can see that the candles are not gray as I set them to be. More than that, shorting it I was hoping for a deeper pullback. I don't get it any other way. Hoping for a deeper pullback, but it didn't came. Instead, the price shifted, it changed, and then we had the pullback, but in some different cluster of a price action. I should be making screenshot of these as well. Where is it? Okay, that. MetaTrader 5. It's not enough. US oil. US oil short. USTJPY short. Tight stop loss and hoping for repeating the pattern. Instead, it just showed normal fib. Market showed normal fib and then a losing position. CHFJPY. Vertical. The chart has to load first on a MetaTrader, and there is no markup. So let's do the markups first. First, 17th, 16 o'clock. Okay. It is over there. Let's look at the daily What if we look at the daily, not on the hourly? What if we look on all time frames? I was trying to short this market. Again, if I was looking at the daily, then I was hoping for an eternal retracement. Eternal retracement. Instead, we were already low at 61.8 on a daily. I have some high pressure in my school. I wasn't drinking coffee. I don't drink caffeine. If we measure this from there, then we have 50, not 61.8. And again, this is a GBPJPY chart. Looking on a daily. A daily candle. And let's look at the hourly. We have much more details. Have you seen that? We went from the bottom and we had below 61.8 once. We had some sharp teeth. And then the daily level was respected over there. That's the significance of a higher time frames. Should be looking at daily more. And again, USD. This is THFJPY. Look at the daily. Well, I think there was a lesson over there. Look at the daily time frames and the fib levels from a daily time frame. Like without the daily fib, there's no context. Why is it going? Why would it want to even change direction over there without the daily fib? Amazing stuff, powerful stuff. I wanted to smoke some weed, but I can't because I have to present myself good, and I have more tomorrow a meeting. But I think like it's the right time to indulge in some pleasures. Like if smoking a weed or drinking a beer or eating a pie is indeed a pleasure, like for a man like me, do I really enjoy that? I know that I have to work it out back. I'm probably too harsh for myself. Daily. Looking at the daily, it was a 50 or 61.8. And I was trying to short it. I was trying to short it. Should be looking more at daily. I really got inspired to look more at daily time frame. Silver. Silver on in 30 minutes. In 2023. January 17th. Let's delete those objects that are not universal. Trying to long silver. Daily chart looked like this. It looked like that. And I thought longing this, it's going to be right now. Why? Probably I was seeing this fib and then 61.8. We are trading below that. It was a high probability zone for a bounce from that level. Therefore, I should be trading in it, like shorting it from the top of that range. Instead, I was longing it from a top of that range. Okay. Not looking at daily. Euro CHF. This is going to be a great video. And I'm going to sleep better tonight because of that video. I'm going to play it myself. by the way. Okay. I was just looking at my Don't Starve video, and I'm gonna, those are unpublic kind of videos. That I play with my friends. And if we do play tonight, or probably not, tomorrow we're gonna play, it's Friday. Then I'm gonna drink beer together with them. Not today, but tomorrow. Okay, let's look at the charts as I do right now, so on a daily. Now we have Euro THF. Again, hourly. Nice wicks on Euro THF. Haven't seen those wicks on a trading view chart. Okay, how it's loading. It's again January 17th. It's 1654. And I was longing it from there. Nice. Again, haven't had a bigger picture in mind. If I was looking at this on a daily, then longing it wouldn't be the option. If I've been looking at this on a daily, then I would see 61.8 from the top, and that there's high probability of reversal going on. And let's look at this on the hourly time frame. You see, when you look at this on the hourly time frame, on the MetaTrader at least, you are not going to like grasp this with your sight. Instead, you're gonna see a uptrend from a longer perspective. Uptrend, so longing it. That's the significance of higher time frames. And you're looking at this on the daily, you're gonna have so much better entries. I'm really excited to actually incorporate this. This is so simple. You just have to look on the other time frames. And yeah, daily. Okay, at least daily. Daily is very important. Daily closure. So the trades that I made on my trading view today, those are scalps. I wasn't paying much attention to the daily time frame. Like, let's do this if that's possible. Let's do this. I'm gonna try to switch to. No, it's not possible. It's not that easy to switch videos on this, to switch the windows on this program for recording desktop. So if I was looking at the higher time frames, at the daily time frame, I would see a clear fib, and that this trade was against that fib. Okay. Not looking at daily. The beautiful thing about the trading is that you can always find a reason why you have failed, why your trade have failed. Okay, we have like 4, 8, 12, 15 trade on a demo account, analyze, and I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that quite quickly. We have already 1 hour video, but it's going to be faster right now. I'm gonna pay attention to the daily time frame only. GBPTHF. GBPTHF, and again January 25. I was trying to long it from there. From what I can see, there was some black swan event on GBPTHF. No, it wasn't that black swan, as it looks like. It probably looks more black swan over there. But on a bigger time frame, if we look at the daily, what do we see? We see a 61.8 retracement, golden zone range, twice, and then the price went to it a third time, and I decided to go long. I wasn't paying attention to a bigger time frames for sure. I wasn't looking at this fib 100%, and if I was, I would not be trying to long it from there. Okay, the same fib. Against the idea of longing it. Fib daily looks ridiculously against the idea of longing it. USTEC. daily. February. Sixth. 18 o'clock, so it would be like 6 a.m. in the evening, after midnight, before midnight, so previous midnight, PM. Shorting it. I was trying to short it. Without success. $61.8. A deeper pullback. 61.8. A shitty structure. This structure could point towards reversal on a daily time frame, as we are looking at this like that. But still, this trade could be profitable. Probably stop loss placement was bad. USDJPY. No, I really don't like to do stuff and having too long breaks between them. But sometimes you can't help. You just had to make break. And you know, throughout my working life and throughout the working life of every single person, you go to work and you disappear. Your dreams, your goals, you have to just kind of put it for later. And sometimes you only have a weekends for you, and sometimes you even don't have a weekends for yourself. That was the case with me. I didn't even had weekends for me. Life is tough. If you're a parent, if you're a father or mother, life can be a very tough experience. Therefore, the older I get, the more I understand my own parents and why they were like this to me. USDJPY. But we're gonna push through that. USDJPY. There is hourly time frame. We don't look at hourly anymore. March 21st. Trying to short it. Again, if I had... Oh, I see very nice fresh gray candles. If I had a daily time frame on the back of my mind, I'm trying to short it. I would probably want to short it from the middle of that candle or from the 61.8 of that candle. And then yes, you can try to short it. And that's the ICT kind of teaching. Yeah, you get it? If you have a candle like this, then the price would have to come with a wick over there. And then you look at the 1 hour time frame or 30-minute time frame for the confirmation, and then you short it down. And what we are looking there is probably, every candle is a daily candle over there. So we're looking at monthly candle. There's a monthly candle, one big monthly candle, and this retracement 61.8 is just a halfway monthly candle printing, another monthly candle printing. So this is the area where we look for longs. So this is what fib basically is. We are looking at monthly candle, weekly, monthly candle. Again. You remember that? This is our fib. And this is where we were trying to get entry. It doesn't look that clear to me, at least. It looks much better on the daily time frame, sorry. You have much more details on the daily time frame for those monthly candles. And the reason why I don't like to scalp that much is because you simply, if you scalp, then you go on such a small fractal of the market, the fraction of the market, then you really don't know through which forces your trade is going to be influenced. Therefore, the bigger the time frame, the smaller the more knowledge you have, more sure you can be about where it's going to go. I'm very sleepy trader, sleepy trader. So this was USDJPY short. It could have potential to work out, but the entry was bad for this short. And, after seeing price acting like that, so this another candle was an engulfing one, I would probably go long from there. And again, this candle was just a retracement from that fib, that smaller scale fib, and then we still would be probably stopped out over there going short. Significance of looking at daily time frame. Be more informed about what the market is doing. And you still see that you can be still faked out. Your trade can be still faked out. And if you look at this on a 1 hour time frame, you lose the track, you lose the sense of where you are. Therefore, like looking on this on a daily, it's probably more important. German 40. Again, daily. March 21st March. Where is it? Shorting it. I was shorting it on a retracement. It could work out, didn't. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't looking at daily for sure. AUD USD. There's no AUD USD. Market watch. AUD USD. Grid. Let's not forget about the grid. Grid is important. So AUD USD. Daily. Short. March 23, 22. And I was trying to short it, of course, not paying attention to higher time frames. Not paying attention that we were in a retracement. On a higher scale, only reasonable place and direction would be long, 61.8. Was trying to short it there. Probably had narrow focus. Jesus. I was probably looking at this. Yeah, I was probably looking at this, and after seeing this kind of candles, I was sure that we're gonna continue down. We didn't, due to the higher time frames. And it didn't happen overnight. We still trended a little bit below 61.8, but we had reacted from 29.2 level again. And you see the fractal nature of the markets. Is important. Therefore, top to down analysis starting from a higher time frames. Daily. And if I'm completely honest with you, then probably time frames like daily and hourly, or even better, 30 minutes. So daily and 30 minutes should be enough. Nasdaq 100. Long. I had a break. So I was trading in March 2023, and then the next trade I did was in September. So this was a heavy breakdown for me. To experience. No, it was August. No, September 18th. 18th September, going long on Nasdaq, again losing position. Why would I go long? Over there. Look, if we measure it from there, so from a breaking point of the previous structure there, it was a supporting point. It was a resistance which turned to support. Then we have a good fib 61.8. And I was trying to long it there because there was a presumably good fib. So I was failing to read market structure. Fail to read market structure. Not looking at daily fib. Not looking at daily fib. Not measuring the right place. Fib from the right place. So it was just fail to read market structure, to go long from this place. Market are very detailed. This is not an easy job. USDJPY. Same. Just a few minutes after Nasdaq long, I entered USDJPY short. And there was no structure for that. USDJPY short. On a daily. If you look at the market like this on a daily, like, there's nothing you can find. Nothing. So then you have to assume that the price is trending in some kind of channel, and then you would have to trade it like like a scalp on a 1 hour time frame or 30-minute time frame, selling from the lower band of the trend, buying from the lower and then selling from the higher. But the market wasn't encouraging to do anything. And actually shorting it from there would, this smaller candle would suggest some kind of weakness, but it was too little. And this just few days after that, so 20th, I was shorting the market again, and again failed. 2 days after that, yes. Okay, only 6 to go. 6 trades to go, and we are finished with demo. Nasdaq. Same with Nasdaq. 2 days after that, I was trying to long it again. Long it again. And still it failed, so I wasn't paying attention to bigger picture. How to prevent such stuff from happening. So if we have a ranging market, so we have to assume that this is a ranging market, and then of course to have the bigger picture in mind. But then we have the 29.2 level, which is helping us to determine whether it's going to continue the retracement or it's going to break out. It's just paying more attention to market structure. It's should be easy in practice. In theory, USDJPY. The same. 20th. Trying to short it. Looks like I doubled. Yes, it's doubled. It was already there. XRP USD. First time we're gonna visit this chart. So it has to load for XRP. XRP is not respecting 61.8, which is a bad sign. It might actually fall lower. It might go up and then fall a little bit lower. But let's focus. October, probably. 2023. 10th, 90. I was trying to long XRP. Trying to long. It was a good swing trading long, position trading long, but still it was a loss for me I don't get it. Trading crypto was always like lottery, not very technical. It was just like support resistance trade. There was a strong support. Nothing very technical, to be honest. Euro USD, that's your. Here. Let's look at the daily. $2023, not 2022. I wasn't trading very frequently, as you can see. I wasn't learning that efficiently. I was trying to short it. Let's pay attention to market structure. It was a shallow pullback, but no, I couldn't call it shallow. The price had a pullback before many times, like 1, 2, 3 times, and then it's like first, second, third. A third approach, it didn't even went to 50. So a third approach, it didn't even went to 50, but we could see previously it did retrace strongly, and this is all daily time frame, not a 1 hour time frame. It was a strong consolidation over there. Strong consolidation, so 29.2. Some higher forces at play. Perhaps a weekly. Yeah, even looking at this on weekly would give more clarity. So looking at the weekly, you have more clarity, a little bit more clarity. So daily is not always enough. Okay, GBPUSD. $20, 23, 10, 2023. Damn. Trying to short it. would probably work out, as you can see, but I didn't want it to hold position for too long. $29.2. Depends how you want to look at this. $50, 61.8, 88.6 GBPUSD. And trying to short it over there. It was a good short. Was it a good short? I'd rather be longing it there. Because the price action was flat when I look at it like that. I should be probably longing it from the bottom. And still we fall down to 88.6. Looking on the daily, it doesn't give me clarity. Let's look at this on the weekly. It looks like it respected moving average more than a fib retracement, but it did retrace to 50, and then the price flattened in a consolidation, and only weeks after that we break out of the zone, but with a retest. Trading is not exciting sometimes, most of the time. Only when you're losing. GBPUSD, the last trade of this video. Height, volume profile. Let's switch to daily. '23th. October. Short. Why would I short it? Short. Just short. Of course, I would short it because on a daily, you had here 50 fib reaction from a 50. Wasn't paying attention to this, most likely. So it's so damn crucial to pay attention to higher time frames. It gives so much more background. And it's better to be undecided or undecisive in the markets than rather enter too many positions and have nothing or too much to analyze. So it's always better to zoom out. In trading, always zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Just like in life, you have to zoom out, you have to catch another perspectives in order to be more informed. And if you zoom in, go on a 1 minute, and you don't even know where you are. Is this, yeah, this is 1 minute, and even MetaTrader doesn't have too much data on 1 minute. It's 2024 on 1 minute. No, 2025. So you have the data of the last 8 months on MetaTrader on 1 minute. But let's look at the 1 minute. How does it move in 1 minute? Yeah, if you have 1 minute, then there's slightly different geometry. And perhaps 1 minute is what I was always looking for. Look, there is a fib on 1 minute. And it was a good fib, 50. And the same rules apply everywhere. On each time frame, on each fractal. 61.8. And strong reaction on 1 minute. But this doesn't look good on 1 minute. But still, you can trade it. It's 50 retracement, 50 fib. I see fib, I react. Well, perhaps that's the significance, or that's where those algorithms, so MQL algos are written, and where they have their significance, because it requires a lot of work to sit all day in front of the chart and look for the setups. But to be quite frank with you, it does look nice. 1 minute on On GU, 1 minute. Not always. I can only see like my mind only sees a fib 61.8. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna think what to do next. So there's always 1 minute if you want to, if you feel like you are kind of bored with trading, always 1 minute.